Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in today. We're standing in our motor planer edition. If you watched the last video, you know we got it running. This is a video we've been looking forward to making because we're going to make the ceiling in this room look beautiful. So hang on a minute and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. Let's talk about what we're doing today. It's not solid. We did a little of that this morning, had a small job we had to finish up, but today we're trimming out our motor planer building addition to make it look better. Now the wall behind me we did months ago, and we did it by hand. Unfortunately, we had to get all our electrical mounted. It's sweet gum on top and various boards on the bottom. It's kind of a rainbow of colors to show people. And our intention is to do that the rest of the way around the bottom of the room. Now, in the previous video, we had our motor planer running. Longest we've run it so far, probably 4 or 5 hours yesterday at least. Run excellent, tickled to death. But we run a whole pile of what was 5-inch boards, made them 4.5s, and we got another pile in there that was 6-inch boards, and we made those 5.5. And we've got more than we need to do the ceiling. But you can see over here in the corner, we got started before we turned the camera on. Got 3 boards up, kind of got them in a staggered arrangement, and we're going to run those across the ceiling. Probably won't go all the way, you know, just work it back like you do shingles. You ever nail shingles on the wall? But you got to start somewhere, and I'm happy with the look already. You know, it's an excellent product. The machine produces an excellent product. The lumber itself was kind of some low-grade stuff we saw. Was it this year? It might have even been last year.
It was this year because we had every intention to run it through the planer.
Yeah, that's right. We had some low-grade logs that laid out here too long. I was afraid it was going to be rotten, full of pine beetles. And there's a little of that, but not excessive. And when we sawed it, we knew it was low-grade. I told Matthew, I said, we'll save it for the motor planer. When we finally get it running, we'll run this to just test for ourselves what we're doing. And I'm a lot happier with it after we run this. We learned some things. I actually had a knife in backwards, didn't even know it. The insert carbides, they have a little bevel on them to make sure you don't do it. And you know how Murphy's Law is, you figure out a way to mess something up. So I had one of the little insert carbides backwards. It cut, but when we flipped it around, turned it the right way, it cut real good. It was messing up the tongue a little bit. So this being real, you know, we make mistakes just like everybody else. But it didn't hurt the knife, didn't hurt the machine. It was just, all the knife is it has a little taper, and we had the taper hitting first instead of after. So live and learn. We'll hopefully won't make that mistake again. Anything else on this, Matthew? I will say, compared to sawmilling, this is boring. We run this thing long enough yesterday. I told Matthew, I said, we do this again and we're not learning. We were learning yesterday. I said, we do this just running production, I'm gonna have to listen to a podcast, an audio book or something, or I'm gonna go nuts. Because it's just feed, or you're on the other end, catch all day. But we're tickled to death to have it running. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a big time lapse on this, people, because it just takes time to do this. But Matthew said it would be a short time lapse. So we'll work for a little while, get some roof covered, and this serves a dual purpose. And I recommend this to anybody with a sawmill. If you're sawmilling, build something out of the crap you're cutting. And if you're cutting crap, you will learn to do better. And if you're cutting quality stuff, then you can appreciate the work you're doing, handing to somebody else to do work with it. And we're putting this up to see what quality of work Matthew and I put out. And, you know, so far I'm happy with it, but the more boards we put up, find some issues. We had a few boards that didn't clear the way you'd wanted, and it was because we run a bowed board through the machine. Then we learned not to do that. The machine will take over a 12-inch board. If you got a 1/4 inch of bow, it'll push it out of it. But if you got enough bow that you can put your finger between the fence, it's not going to make a quality board. Your choices are not to run it or to cut it. And we got a lot of short pieces over there where we had 12-foot boards that bowed, and we either made a 4 and 8 or 2 6s or a 10 and 2, just trying to straighten them up to make a quality product. So enough talking, let's get to work. And like I said, we appreciate you watching. Let's get to it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. You can see Matthew and I had to move around a lot. The building is 40 feet long. Our material is 12 foot. So we started off with a 12, an 8.
Ended up being like a 3.
A 3.5, 4 foot piece. And we carried those 3 all the way across the building now, and we got it stair step back. So every other board pretty much is right at a 12-foot board until we get to the end. Whew, eating sawdust. But I am overjoyed with the look of it. The look, the finish is great. It's exactly what I wanted. We've learned a few things putting it up, that some of the boards we run that had an excess of bow, that bow comes back to fight you because you got to push it in, wiggle it, finagle it. So it'll make us better operators of this machine by using our own product. And I always recommend that. Especially you saw in 2x4s, 2x6s, build something with your stuff, and if you're not cutting to the quality you should, you'll get better. And if you are cutting good quality stuff, it'll prove it to you that you cut something people can build with. Because when you're framing, there's a margin error of framing that's plus or minus 1/8, 1/16 of an inch. If you can't maintain that, it'll drive you nuts. So it just takes time. We got all these lights in the ceiling. We got all this electrical we got to work around. It's just going to be slow go, but we'll get it. It's lunchtime for us, so we're going to sneak out of here, get a bite to eat, and we'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed some of that time lapse. We just been taking our time enjoying it. It is a little aggravating. We're pulling 3 rows from end to end, and we got certain things in the way, such as our lights. This light is down. As soon as we get these other boards added, we'll get our lights back up. Just part of it. It's a whole lot easier to put this up before you kind of move in, but we had to get this motor planer up and running, so now we have to deal with it. We've got lights, we've got air ducting, we've got electrical, we've got air lines, we got some brackets holding air ducts up, so we got a lot to work around, so it's going to take a little while, but that's probably going to do it for today. We'll come back tomorrow, work a little bit. I'm probably work on the sidewall on the ground a little while. Matthew's got something to do in the morning, so it'll be just a minute for you. We'll be right back. end the video for day 2. Sorry we didn't record a lot today. I had some extra help this morning and we were just head down working. So we got a good third of the roof done. We got to me, what was going to be the worst part over here behind the vacuum system done. This wall above the chair rail done. The windows trimmed out. Got our lights hung back up on the lower 2 sections. Now, if you notice down here below me, there's nothing. We're saving that for some more unique species of wood. This wall we'll be doing in, it may be pine, may be oak, but we want to do it in a different tongue and groove. Instead of tongue and groove V-groove, maybe nickel gap or like hardwood flooring, just flush. So we're using it as a display wall, so we're going to put up different colors, different things. I'm overjoyed with the quality of it.
Brighter it is.
Yeah, it's brighter. Where I'm at over here under the ceiling reflects a lot more light than over here. So all in all, it's a good day. Like I say, sorry we didn't record more, but it may be a few days before we can get back to doing some more on this, but because we got a lot to do next week. This thing's got to run. We got a lot of work for it lined up, and we got a lot of sawing to do, but we'll bring you along for all that. So give us a little time. We'll be right back, guys. Appreciate it. Hey guys, welcome back. Appreciate you tuning in. It's been a week or so for Matthew and I getting back on this roof project. It's Monday, Christmas week for us. We woke up this morning, it was like 18, 20 degrees. We wasn't gonna work but today, and take a couple days off Christmas, and then we'll work at the end of the week. But I decided I didn't feel like sawing it at 20 degrees. We come in, did some maintenance on our winding molder, found a few parts we needed to order, got those ordered. Now we're gonna try to work on our ceiling. We won't get it done today, but we got to move forward with it when we can. And it's still cold, so it's a good little project to do inside. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. So let's get to it. Unfortunately, it's just a lot of time lapse because it's cut, fit, you know. I don't know how to make it entertaining, people. It's just hard work. There's a lot of boards go across the ceiling. It just takes time. You know, the process, you figure out how long the boards you need, go through what we got for inventory, pick out a good candidate, cut it to length, put it up there, and I normally have to climb up every time to help Matthew, especially with the 12-foot boards. You just can't fit those by yourself. Anything else on that, Matthew?
Thank you, kill some lights here so I can see what I'm doing.
Sooner we get it done, I've got new lights. We're going to add another row of lights as well right over the door here. We got 2 lights to add, so the lighting will be better when we get done. So enough talking about it. Let's do it. Okay guys, welcome back. I was hoping not to make this video, what we're doing. I was hoping to show you the end of putting our ceiling up, but to be honest with you, we drug this out about a month and a half, so we're going to end this video here. We have been so covered up with work, customer stuff we need to get done, cutting inventory. We just hadn't had time to get back over here. So I wanted to kind of update you where we've gotten to. Not quite half the ceiling is up, you know, but it's stair-stepped all the way across the room to the other side. We got the worst part done right here where everything goes over top of the motor planer. That was a challenge. Like I say, I was hoping to come back today and wrap this video up, tell you we got the ceiling done, but life happens. So we decided just to end it here, and we'll come back with a part two. Who knows when? We got so much to do right now. It may be several months before we get back to it, which is a blessing. I'm not complaining, nothing at all. But I'm not going to do what we call government work when I got customer work that needs to get done. People waiting on me to get stuff done. You know, their stuff's more important than mine. I got what I wanted up. I got enough people can see what it's going to look like if they put it in their house. Yes, I want to get it finished, but we'll wait till things calm down a little bit. I've mentioned several times we got a vacation coming up here shortly, and we're trying to get all the customer stuff that needs to be done in a timely fashion in and out so that I'm not holding them up, and this kind of stuff can wait. I normally like to do it on these cold, really cold days, but we've got so much customer stuff work to do. We're going to probably saw wood on these cold days, and we may jump back into it, you know, just depending. If it's 25 degrees next week and the wind's blowing, I ain't tough enough. I don't own enough clothes for that kind of weather, so we might get back to it, might not. But for now, we're going to end it here. You can see how it's going to look. It's going to look extraordinary. I wish you could see it in person. I've had numerous customers come by, numerous new customers. Somebody's told them about us. I said, well, come in here and let me show you what we do. And I can show them on the walls the very product we make, the very product and the quality they're going to take home, as well as the different species. You know, we got this wall here, the whole top side of it is sweet gum. It's hard to see with their stuff, but underneath here, I've got a section of white pine, some blue stained white pine, yellow poplar, kind of a brownish rainbow poplar, cherry, maple, white oak, red oak. If you go over here behind the machine, I got red cedar, I got some white ash, and some forest pine down through there. And we're going to add more as we get some to do the chair rail around the bottom. As well as currently, the only thing I have up is tongue and groove, V-groove. And this wall over here in the corner, we'll get a little closer. This is leftovers from a customer job I did. They wanted red oak ceilings, but they didn't want any V-groove, and they didn't want any nickel gap. So we run it like hardwood floors, and they put it together, put it on their ceiling. Now, they kept all the wide boards. Anything that wouldn't make a 5 or bigger, I just made 3.5 to put them on the wall here for a display. But it allows me to bring a customer here that's not involved with wood as much as I am, and be able to point to them and say, look, this is a number 1. This is a number 2, this is number 2 with some defects. And this is a number 3, you know. It's what you call a number 3 board. As well as I have people all the time tell me, chestnut oak's best wood ever made. Well, this right here is why I don't use chestnut oak. Can you see that grain popping up? Let me get you a little closer. See how that grain flecks up? That is a tendency of chestnut oak. That's why you don't build furniture out of chestnut oak. You don't make floors out of chestnut oak. About the only use I could think of is maybe trailer decking if you don't care if it flex a little bit, or bridge timbers, pipeline mats, stuff like that. Now, I am going to try something. I have some big chestnut oak. This is flat sawn, and that grain wants to flip up like that. I'm thinking about quarter sawing some chestnut oak to where the grain is running vertical with the board, and there should be little to no opportunity for that flat sawn grain to pop up because it's laying this way and it has to go this way. And this is your top of your floor surface. So that may be a video in the future, quarter sawing some chestnut oak to see if we can turn it into a quality product that you could use. So this is beautiful wood. It has this chocolatey color. I love the color. I just can't deal with this grain. Could you imagine sock-footed one night walking across the house and catch that? I ain't got enough room in my swear jar. That thing would overflow. But that's our project, people. Like I say, I apologize for not getting it done in this video. Life happens. We're real people doing real things. You know, Matthew's him and his wife had a baby. Gosh, time flies. 3 months old already, isn't it? Yeah, Lord have mercy. Anyway, we'll get back to it, I promise. But as always, people, I greatly appreciate you watching. That's why we do YouTube. It's not for the money, not for the fame. I enjoy teaching, and I enjoy doing this. I enjoy taking what I've learned in my many years on this earth and trying to pass it on to the next generation if they're willing to take it. YouTube, to me, is the medium of the future. I'm a YouTube fan. If I'm not filming YouTube, working, doing what we do, I'm usually consuming YouTube because I can pick and choose what I want to watch, what entertains me, the personalities I like to watch, different things. I'm not into reality TV. I'm not into 30-minute just BS. I ain't got time for that. I enjoy good personality, good teaching, and a combination of the both, and I'm hooked. I'm learning. I enjoy learning. I like watching weird things. My wife would get upset with me. Why are you watching that? I'm never going to that part of the world. It's interesting to me. See that part of the country or world I'll never go into, or learning something that I'll never be involved in. I enjoy that. I hope you do. But if you would, like, subscribe, and share. I hope we've earned your subscription. And like I say, that's going to do it, people. It's all for you, all about you. And another busy day. About wore out. But anyway, guys, I greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.